Thank you for the subscription, Ken. We'll be live soon.
So you got something.
And hello, folks. We are back with Tell Us About Yourself with my guest host for the night, Jeremy Steigerwald, Practicite, and our guest for the show, El Campeon de la. Well, I mean, he's not around, so Lamos. He's not
El,
around.
cam- el campeón de la familia de las Lamas.
Yes,
Yes.
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 I
I,
can't
I
speak.
am here to make sure there will be no interference. By the way, that's why I'm guest hosting this week.
Yeah,
Gracias, Jeremy.
yeah.
Gracias.
I
Thank you.
can barely speak English, so speaking Luchador is even harder. I'm not very good at
Eh,
speaking Luchador.
it's easy to pick up once you get the hang of it.
See, see.
See, see.
I I like to eat children is all I picked up once from a luchador I watched years ago. Um,
Yeah.
he was a very generic luchador.
Oh, okay.
So, uh,
Ah.
all right. So we have people firing out with questions right now. Evil Ed, sheep or fox?
Hmm. I've heard two sheep being thrown all over the place. So let's give some love to a fox. So I'm going to say fox.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I like to hear it. And then of course there is always cheese or pickle.
Queso no es bueno. So pickle.
All right. Alrighty then. I guess we should start out with a basic question on
Hmm.
how did we know you have a very esteemed family, which
See,
scary people tell me I can't say the name of. But how did you and your family get into the LFF, the Legendary Fighting Federation?
uh, the true story is I am not. I joined the Llama Clan. I am not part. I'm not a. I'm not bloodline of the Llama Clan. I'm not. Like the Masked Llama and El Llama El Señor is blood. I was told I was brought over from Spain to train with the llamas.
Okay.
Uh, in my other life, I'm going to say my other life for reasons. I played football. ¿Cómo se dice en inglés? Soccer. I played soccer for Real Bilbao, which is in the Basque Country, north of in Spain. There were allegations against me, and I did not. Uh, how do you? Does the name Pete Rose sound familiar?
I'm from Philadelphia. Yeah.
Okay,
Crime
so
wave stuff. Got it.
in baseball, he did something that was frowned upon.
Yeah, he bet
See,
on himself. You're not supposed
see.
to bet on yourself in baseball because they prefer people who don't actually aren't confident about themselves for some reason.
So I did that in football. and
You bet on
unfortunately,
yourself. See.
yeah. So therefore, I've been looking for a way to redeem myself. And before I left Spain, I was told of the llamas, and I journeyed to the house where Flora and Senora live in. I asked to train, and this is the mask I was given. The llama insignia was given to me for me to. Uh, I'm still training. Let's just give it a time. I'm still trying to get into the LFF as well too.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. I mean, Kentu Shea out here asking, who do you think will win the title match tomorrow night between Press 1P and Brian Schmidt?
Oh,
I mean, do the llamas even have love for either Press 1P or Schmidt?
we love everyone. We don't really hate anyone. I mean, like there's that Kuth known as the Lucha Maniacal Uberstar attacked uh, that attacked El Senor.
Mhm.
So this is not. But we always look for a fair fight, and we hope that Press One Poverino and Mr. Brian Wayford Schmidt have a wonderful match. Great luchador be be done in this match. Yes.
Well, one thing you should do is, like, for instance, I have Practicite here to help protect us from the Lucha Maniacal Uberstar. So maybe
Mm.
you should get, like, Practicite to help protect you from, like, or to help protect Schmidt and Press 1P. I mean, that would be great.
I
Or even bring yourself in to help. You would be a good you'd be a lot
I
better than Booker at calling a fair match.
I I honestly believe that even though Booker is part of Impact and he says that he wants to treat Mr. Schmidt as he treated him during his triple threat match against Matt Nealon and Bob the Brain Dunn, he wants to show him the same courtesy. I believe that there is a true luchador spirit in James Booker,
I don't
so
know.
he will
That's
call it down the flare. I've heard that Mr. Schmidt has requested that you, sir, be there as well too to call the match.
makes sense. I mean, I do tend to do some big matches, so
See? Yes, you do.
yeah, and I do see some of the things that other people don't see. But here's a good question from the General Cannoli.
Ah,
Top five
buenos
favorite
dias.
luchador wrestlers,
Ah,
which is a bit redundant to say luchador wrestlers, as that's what luchador means.
Jushin Thunder Liger. See? Uh, Hunico, aka Sin Cara, who the mask is kind of based off if you really look at it.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
Rey Mysterio, Jr., El Idolo, Andrade, when he was wrestling in Mexico, he was a masked wrestler, so he was a
Yeah.
luchador.
La Sombra. Yep.
La Sombra, see? Neil Mascaras
Okay.
y Blue Mask.
Yeah.
So very recent. No one really puts my hand, but I've been okay.
Okay.
I've been very
Camera
I will
issues.
camera issues with Jeremy. Lo siento.
Practice.
Todos.
Yeah, I hope it's not his roommate messing around.
I hope not either.
That guy's
Uh, listen, he can do what he shows. El Santo. See, yeah, El Santo. Yeah, El Santo. I just came in my head, El Santo.
yeah.
Uh,
There's
it's
so many good luchadors
the
out there. I mean,
Lucha
I'm a big fan
Underground.
of the Masked Llama.
See, I love
Amazing.
Llama.
Sorry, Jeremy not around. I shouldn't have said that word, but getting scared.
But Lucha Underground is one of my favorite wrestling programs. If you have not watched it, please go ahead and watch it because that is Lucha Libre at its best right there. You have just as Johnny Mundo, El Tigro, Ricochet was in Prince Puma. See, yeah.
Prince Puma's good and all, but everyone should go out and check out Helios. Helios Chikara was amazing, so much better than Prince Puma.
Okay. I have not seen Chikara, so I will be.
Oh,
That will go on my list of things to watch.
it is well, mostly originally a Luchador Federation for
Okay.
American. Sky was
Chikara,
the people that did it.
Chikara
Started it up.
is Japanese for warrior, I believe.
Something like that.
Hmm.
All right. So yeah, people just throwing out the name of luchadors like he doesn't know luchadors. He knows all these luchadors. But here is an important question.
Hmm.
Schmitz seems to be really busy preparing for his match tomorrow night because we are going to fund the Kickstarter in 2 minutes.
See,
All you people out there, make sure you are going there. I should get a link to post it when I can. But
uh,
for in his stead, Ken Fouché would like to know who would win
ah,
a fight, Lemmy or God.
it's a trick question. See, it's a trick question. See. I am aware of who Lemmy is, and I know who God is because God is everywhere. So unfortunately, Lemmy passed away very short time ago. So that means Lemmy is everywhere now. So Lemmy is God.
Yeah. See, personally, I'm an atheist, so and I know Lemmy existed, so but
Makes
he's good.
sense. Yeah.
Lemmy's good. So everyone in the chat, I did post a link to the
Ooh.
Kickstarter. Uh, please, if you can, go click there, go save it, go follow it. If we can get to 75 followers, we can get extra bonus cards added in. So, and who doesn't like free stuff?
I love free stuff.
Free stuff is the best.
See,
All right. So let's see. Whoa.
What is going on here? I have heard the name uttered by this fool. He cannot say that name. Pay no attention to the unconscious man in the kitchen. The Lucha Maniacal Uberstar, why is this other name on my screen, have come here to watch you, El Campeon de Ferias, to make sure that you do not violate my intellectual property.
we know what you did. The clan knows what you did.
Yes, I won.
No, you assaulted.
Name and legacy, which the Llama clan agreed to, and therefore, anytime you use the word llama, you are violating the terms of the Llama clan, and therefore showing great disrespect. Oh, tell me more about how you know about Lucha Libre. So, if you want the Llama name back, you are going to have to work your way up the ranks, and maybe I will allow you to embarrass yourself by stepping in the ring with me in years from now. Oh, but you're not even in the LFF yet. Oh, sad. Well, you better work on that first. Go ahead, continue to talk to the people, and I will be monitoring your use of the sacred terms.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Man. Ooh. Whew. So, I mean, he's saying you're not in the LFF, but I mean, maybe officially. I mean, maybe we don't got a trading card, but
No.
why don't you tell the people maybe a way they can get a trading card of you or work towards it?
Yes. So tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's 11 minutes from now.
11 minutes, yes. The second part of the top 8 of the CCC has begun. And myself and the dweeb, who I've spoken to numerous times about I have to abide by this, the forbidden name, because he loves the forbidden name. He loves it. That is one of his favorite competitors to play. So I wish him a fair lucha match. I wish him to have a great match. But tonight is one more step for me to return, to enter the LFF. You know why? Because more llamas means that Lucha Maniacal.
He said it. He said, "Do not vote for this man. He does not respect himself."
I respect myself. More of us means bad news for Lucha. But it only takes one of us to defeat you. And that will be
only one of you will have the opportunity. It's not you.
Not me. No, I will not take that. I will not take that. That honor belongs to El Señor.
I can't believe he came back.
I am very pleased he was.
Anyway,
When I walked
honestly,
in and I was watching your match against the Hollow King, I was watching it. I felt bad for that luchador because he did not know that he was not ready for the name. So
well, he's
when
also not ready to burn alive.
when
But
he when El Senor returned, because you tried to thwart him. You tried to disable him. Our
I
patriarch.
did. I succeeded. I mean, that's the rumor. But I cannot believe he came. It doesn't matter. All I have to do is defeat him one time, and then this will be all over, and there will be no more llamas until I decide to restart the llama clan, perhaps with some of the youth that I will train in the future. Oh, I have a great idea, but I will save it for later in the show.
No,
Ah.
no, 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 no.
First,
Please,
all
please,
all
please.
everyone needs to know is do not vote for El Campeon de Feria. Got it? Got it. Do not vote for him. He is not worth your votes. That would displease me greatly. I will be watching each and every one of you too.
Well, I'll just vote in my
You can't
bathroom.
even play air piano.
I'll vote
I
in
am
my
watching.
bathroom.
See? El Baño.
I'll vote while I'm in
Okay,
the
okay.
shower.
I will not watch while you do it, but I will see the result.
Oh,
I mean, of the vote, not what else you did in the bathroom. I don't listen. That's more of a senior thing, anyway.
Ay, ay, ay. It's a stupid,
You're
stupid.
making me cry. Why are you being so
Stupid.
mean to me?
I make many people.
That is,
cry.
you are
When
very,
all of the fans of
you are,
the
you are
Llama Clan
dishonoring Lucha Libre by making this man cry. How dare you, sir?
I am the only.
Lucha
one that
Libre
honors
is
me.
para todo, not just for one person. So
Well, that's
apologize
because
to
people are
our
wrong these
wonderful,
days.
apologize to our wonderful host.
While he's maniacally laughing, why don't you tell us what lucha means to you, El Campeon?
Lucha Libre means to me that everyone can enjoy it. Everyone can be there. Everyone, todo, can participate. That's why the LFF is, I hate to take the term from him, Luchador Fighting Federation. That is what we are. We are fighters in the squared circle. That's what it means to me. Everybody gets a chance.
Not everybody can be a luchador.
Well,
you need to talk to TJ Marconi.
So, El Campeon,
not everyone.
The Roach would like to know, how many luchadors can there be?
Infinite. There can be as many as you want to. Not some. This one luchador, and I use that term loosely with this man, has a starro. Does anyone get that reference? No. Starro from another company on his face.
They stole that design from me. Was DC Comics around in the year 1500? No, but I was.
You're very rudo. You know that? So why don't we get to the Technico guy here, and we can talk about him.
Technicos are idiots.
I don't.
Do you know the difference between a
Is that what it translates into? I don't know Spanish, so.
El último está uno. I can't say. Uno estúpido. ¿Cómo se dice?
I would pretend to speak languages too, except I have actual power, and when anyone hears me speak, they hear it in their own native language.
You have a universal translator.
I am a universal No, I translate to myself.
Then translate this, Signore. Okay. Lama!
See, you got cut off because even Twitch knows. You cannot say.
I mean, to be fair, he did come to my computer and install a bleeper for that word. I mean, really,
I did.
I tried to say no, but he kind of, I saw you went on sleeping.
That must be something that I will do in the future and come back and install it because I do not remember doing it. But it sounds like a good idea.
Eh. Between you and Jigglypuff, I don't get any sleep anymore.
Jigglypuff?
Do not invoke that word.
That
¿Dónde
is
está la Jigglypuff?
El Campeon, continue.
¿Dónde está?
Please answer more questions.
all right. So yeah.
Sí.
Evil Ed would like to know: American football,
Sí.
volleyball,
Oh.
or basketball,
Uh,
or football. I don't know.
Football.
Oh no, I added that one, but the
Oh,
other
okay.
three is really the choices.
I mean, American football is football for pansies. I mean, like you wear pads. I see other sports playing contact like that called rugby. Oh, Lucha, you know a rugby man, don't you?
Ah, the rugby. Do not mention that word.
I mean,
So
I guess does that make like medieval knights pansies of fighting because they wore armor?
Yes,
they didn't cry as much as the American footballers do.
this is true. I can confirm this directly. The conquistadors wore armor.
And then they conquered everything. I mean, that seems like
Yeah, well-
anti-pansy.
But
Well,
n-
none of the ones who encountered me conquered anything.
Then again, I don't speak Spanish,
was
so
not
I don't know what the
allowed
word pansy
by
actually
fate.
means. So
I didn't care. If they're going to come and take over the place, I say the stronger side gets to win. But then some of them tried to stab me and I murdered them. And then I came to this time period because I saw what Lucha Libre had become. And you can see it on your screen right
Hola,
there.
policía? Sí, un creme. I called. Yeah. See?
You know who's calling him is Flora,
Wait.
because Flora heard that he said anybody who has pads is a
you know,
pansy.
I can say I might not know Spanish, but I do know El Policio. Because I hear that a lot, especially when I'm hanging outside people's houses. And the one thing I can say is that he's definitely not calling for. He was calling El Policio to report the murders you committed in the 1500s,
See?
which might be a little bit out of their jurisdiction, and like maybe considered a cold case.
I am out of the jurisdiction.
Hubo está un perro luchador en Universal Society según la familia de Lamas.
I don't know. That looks like too much.
It's the.
Doesn't look like you spelled any words correctly there.
No, that's Espanol. Un momento. I will.
Why don't you stick to English? This is an English channel.
English is second
To be
language.
fair, we are not in the English channel. That is, I believe, somewhere you're going to throw that rugby man into if he keeps talking back to you.
If English is your second language, I recommend you go out and find a first language. Answer more questions from the people.
Well, he's trying to. I just don't know what the message actually is.
I am translating right now.
Oh,
See, Micah. I'm looking at your Twitch chat as well too. Very wonderful channel you have there, Mr. Foxworthy. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Micah, ¿cómo se dice? Dice que Uberstar is the worst fighter in the SRG universe. Oh, what? According to the Flame family. What? How dare you, sir? No.
Okay. Well, to go back a second, Ken Fouché pointed out that the question, luchadors don't wear pads? I mean,
I do
usually you
not.
see like elbow
You see
ones and then like
You
knee
don't see pads here. No pads.
I mean, but if I go look at that masked
luchadors
guy,
these days are not real luchadors.
that masked, that guy, he wears blue. He has like elbow pads. So are you saying that the masked guy and the Senor are pansies?
Senor don't wear pads. Does
Pretty
not wear
sure he
pads.
does.
Whatever.
I mean,
Listen, the
maybe
pads
at
are fine
night
if they look
to
cool.
prevent himself
But
from
that's all.
having
That's all
leaks.
they're for.
I mean, like, when you're
No,
a senior,
he don't wear pads. He
well,
has.
no, none that you
outlets.
can see visually. He might be wearing them under his pants to prevent nightly accidents when you're that age.
Oh yes, that's why Flo was calling him. He said this, but he did not think about the implications, and soon he will be removed from probably life itself.
All right. The Roach says La cucaracha, y no puedo caminar porque no. Blah 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 blah.
He is singing
Yes.
La Cucaracha, the Cucaracha. Napoli para
This
mí.
is the modern luchador. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. I'm going to throw them out the door. That's how that song goes.
Ah. Okay. I like that version of it. It's very tight version.
Actually, I really owe Roach an apology for comparing modern luchadors to roaches. Roaches are far more durable and respectable.
That is fair. I mean, you can't wipe out
Modern
roaches.
luchadors would not survive like roaches would. They would not survive at all.
Fair. All right.
Oh, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Uh, so if you were put into the LFF game
See,
version of the actual LFF,
see.
what would you like your competitor card to do?
Ah, this has been thought through many, many times, and I've discussed it with the clan about this. So my gimmick, as before you say, when you stop a submission, play a card from the bottom of your deck. If it is a strike, play it immediately. So it's very much like El Señors and Mask. So I can play 2 cards instead of 1. See.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Thank you for the gift sub going out there, Eveled. Much appreciated. All right. What would your because I actually personally haven't had a chance to see you in action.
Mm.
What would your finishing moves be? Strike, grapple, and submission.
My strike finish is a super kick. So I am super kicking. The art I have in my mind is me super kicking this luchador. Lucha Maniacal, see. Lucha Maniacal.
Well, you know it's definitely not a depiction of reality.
I mean, look, the LFF card game is based around making your wildest wrestling fantasies come true.
Without taking a tear shot.
Look, some fantasies are too wild. All right. At least be slapping your thigh so that somebody somewhere will believe something.
I will slap my thigh.
Slap your thigh very hard. Make sure that Vince McMahon hears it.
The grapple finish is gonna be in reference to my football days. Tarjeta rojo, which means a red card.
Ah.
So envisionally, it would be a finish stop, but it's I don't have that choice in the matter. The LFF, the SRG has that final say. But my finish submission is an atomic poison rana. And can you guess who I'm doing it to?
Atomic.
Top rope.
Wow.
Avalanche.
Yeah. Lo siento.
Atomic's usually reversed, I believe, isn't it? Like
poison is reverse.
Yeah.
Yes. And can you guess who I'm doing it to?
Who would you give a poison rana off the top rope to? I mean, if you're smart, the mass fail. I mean, no, I don't know. This guy again? Wow, you're really beating this guy up.
That's impossible. You couldn't even get me on the top rope.
I mean, you go to the top rope a lot yourself. Like time you really you missed Dosmo when you tried to like
proving yes against Dosmodius. I was proving how terrible Lucha Libre maneuvers are. The modern versions. You know what actual Lucha Libre's moves do? It means you don't have to flip or fly. You just go up and destroy your opponent. Those are actual real Lucha Libre moves.
Ooh, like that Ultimate Muscle guy, where he just like jumps up in the air and stays there for like 1,000 years and then comes down with like a.
I mean, you could if you wanted to.
Yeah. I didn't know that guy was a real luchador. Yeah, I guess he does wear a mask.
I will sit on the top rope facing out and see if you can even do it then. But I doubt it.
All right. That'll be fun to see hopefully someday in person.
And then we haven't asked about his submission. The alarm clock goes off and then you wake up. That's the name of the card. When you play this card, you remove your strike and grapple from the game.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead with your version.
Roach dice que vendré por ti pronto, Uberstar. Pobre excusa para un luchador. For you don't speak Spanish. I'll come for you soon, Uberstar. Poor excuse for a
Spanish.
Whoa, the
Spanish. You know what language I spoke when I was in luchador training?
I mean,
The Mexican language, because the Spaniards weren't there yet.
You know that is
Talk about Spanish like Spanish is a requisite for lucha libre. You hear me in English because everyone hears me in their native language. That must mean English is your native language, if that's what you hear.
No.
Oh.
Well, most of the time I just hear gibberish, but I kind of piece the words together. What does that say about me? All right, that was.
That's fine. This isn't a reference.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
Answer more questions.
Yep. People just talking about lots of leg slapping. Must be hilarious out there. That's the only time anyone would slap their leg is if they're laughing. Never doing it to accent a wrestling move. All right, so if anyone has any questions, remember, if you're in the Twitch, you can just use the raise hand feature or post it, and we will ask it for you. Or that's if you're in the Zoom. If you're in Twitch, you just post it, and if it's in English, I will read it. If it's not in English,
since we're waiting. Yeah. All right, so since we're waiting, I'll ask a question, and it won't even be an insulting question. Why green?
Okay.
The colors of this, it represents my team that I played on for Rio Bilbao. So our colors are red, green, and white. That's why I picked green.
Oh, that was simple.
Yeah. I thought it was because green was the color of Islam. I thought you were like an Islam. Isn't like Islam and luchadors like one and the same?
No.
Isn't that where luchador came from? Is Islam like the Islam Empire back when the Spanish conquistadors went there in the 1500s or something?
No.
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 Yeah, I'll have to fact check this.
Yes.
I don't
get this man a fact check. Carl Schmidt.
Yeah.
Ding! Fox is wrong. I helped you out there. He doesn't have to do it.
Okay, if you say so. I'll trust you until you murder me. Ken Fouché would like to ask, other than members of your familia, who would you like to ally with should you make it into the LFF?
There are many, many fine competitors in the LFF. The one I would love to ally myself with would be Kirk Polka.
Okay.
I would love to ally with him. I hear he has a factory called the DWO. Correct? See?
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, yourself there, Foxworthy. I would love to tag with you.
Okay.
Young Allergy?
Ooh.
Young Allergy? See? Yeah. El Pollo Enmascarada?
El Chicken Man.
See?
Simplify it. El Pollo is not very smart.
The Mad One? Besides me from being, I would love to tag with everyone here except for, well, if it had to happen, if it needed to happen, I would tag with the Lucha Maniacal. If it needed to.
The Rising Sun.
I've defeated 3
people. The Rising Sun. Oh,
he's got a very like the Circle of the Sun's like the most powerful luchador of all time.
If you are a true luchador, you could travel back in time to when he was still alive and team with him. But you're not.
I just did it.
See? You did not.
I mean,
Oh, well, he's still dead, so you couldn't have done very well teaming with him.
Well, you know.
A true luchador would know that once the Rising Sun was unmasked in the middle of the ring, that's the end of the Rising Sun. There's still a man that can run around and maybe have a wrestling career. but the rising sun is dead. You should know the difference.
I do. I went back farther before he was unmasked.
I mean, it seems like a lot of times, like luchadors lose their mask and then just like keep going.
See?
Saying they don't.
That's
like,
why I'm telling you.
Rey Mysterio did it.
True.
Maybe.
Yeah,
That's why I'm telling you. They're wrong.
Mysterio lost his mask, then put it back on.
See?
Yeah, exactly.
Psychosis.
They're fake luchadors. They don't have any respect for the rules of lucha libre. This is what I've been telling you all along.
Okay, I mean,
You're just making my arguments, which I appreciate. Thank you.
I don't know. Like, I mean, you say you're from the 1500s, but we know he's from Spain, so he should know more about luchadors than people from the 1500s. Because didn't Spanish start in Spain? So, and since luchador is a Spanish word, shouldn't the Spanish people know more about it?
It's a loan word.
Conquistador came from, all the conquistadors came from España.
Yes, conquistador is a Spanish word. Luchador is a loan word.
I don't know.
The Spanish took
what was
it.
the interest on it?
I don't know. Why don't you ask people who
See, if you were back then, you would know what the interest
English
charge
language?
was.
How many?
How
many?
got you.
You didn't get me.
Yes, he
Got him.
did.
We definitely got him. So yeah.
You
So
didn't get me.
proven his ability as a luchador. He's not really a time traveling luchador, so.
What?
Bravo, Foxworthy. Bravo.
Yeah,
Bravo.
good.
Bravo.
It's not often I can outsmart.
Because you
someone,
don't know
but
how loan words work. You don't know how language works.
I mean, I'm from Philadelphia. I definitely don't know how language works.
Well, then
But
there
like,
you go.
loan words and language are completely.
But since you made an argument based on language, we've proven you're not really from Philadelphia. Oh, you must be
thank
from
God.
Cleveland.
Ooh, that's. Ooh.
Hey.
I mean, no one. I mean, like, if I was from Cleveland, that is the perfect thing to say. I'm from anywhere else but Cleveland. So that
You
is
could
fair.
you could also say you're from anywhere else except for Atlanta. Except for Atlanta. Hey.
I wouldn't want to be from Atlanta either.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so Ken Fouché said as a historian, he would like to point out there was Portuguese conquistadors as well.
See, yes.
So pointing out another flaw in the that guy's opinions. All right.
In Ken Fouché's opinions, yes, it's quite a flaw.
He's not the one up there on the screen. Definitely up there.
Hey.
Young Allergy is mentioning there have been a lot of fun facts sprinkled throughout this episode, and that's good. That's but on that, the Nightmare King has a question.
See.
What's going on there, Mr. Llama?
You can't say that word.
El Campeón, señor. El Campeón.
El Campeón. Okay, what's up, Mr. El Campeón?
Dígame.
I got a simple question to ask you.
See.
If you were in WWE and you had a match against any famous WWE superstar, it can be from the past, the present, and the future, or it can be any luchadors. Who would be your dream match?
Let's see. Mil Mascaras, one of the greatest luchadors ever. I would love to step into a ring with him.
Okay. That's all.
Gracias.
I would say this: Mil Mascaras is about your speed.
All right. So people just talking. The SRG bomb's headed to Portugal in November, so
Bravo.
She'll be able to go there and uncover all the truths about these stories. Because Portugal's like what, like right inside France or something?
Portugal is on the peninsula, and then it's Portugal, Spain, and then there's a little country, Luxembourg, in between, and then it's France.
Okay, I've never heard of a Luxembourg.
It's a small little country.
Or something.
Small.
Philadelphia is larger.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, see, Philadelphia estoy muy grande
we're
compared to.
Americans, so we eat a lot of food, so we're definitely probably larger.
No, the country.
There are
Luxembourg.
probably some Americans larger than the country.
Yeah,
See,
I mean, that's
yes.
fair. Ken Fouché is saying he's pretty sure the Portuguese word for conquistador is conquistador. What? Never heard of Luxembourg?
Loan words.
I mean, I live in Roxborough, but I don't know Luxembourg. Is that like? Oh, he said it's right near Spain, which I think is like a few blocks down the street or something. I don't know. I don't know how these traveling works.
All right. I will ask another question.
See,
El Papillon.
see.
I will, for the answer to this question, I will allow you to use the word.
Ah.
So,
Gracias.
savor this precious opportunity. Tell the people about the history of the Lama clan and what its traditional responsibilities are.
Ooh, that's a good
Oh,
question.
unfortunately, El Senor and Flor have not given me that knowledge yet. They have not. It is not the step in my training yet.
Okay, well, I know that they would do that if I allowed it, which I won't. But I just want to let that be a reminder to everyone not to vote for this man, or they will teach him these things.
Andorra.
And that information should come from me and not him. Be dangerous information for him to have. Don't allow him to get that information.
Andorra is the country, not Luxembourg.
Oh.
Luxembourg, yeah. My
See, I
apologies.
know Andorra. The Andorra shopping center is only like a mile or two away from me. Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
He destroys his credibility by the second.
Yeah, definitely. My credibility is in like the 200s or something. I think in a week or two, my credibility will be below a basketball score. It's just all these people keep emailing me for free money, and it really hurts my credibility.
Is one name Apollo Creed? Apollo Creed?
What about him?
Is he emailing you for money?
Apollo Creed?
See.
No, I got one from an Apollo Crews.
Ah.
Yeah. He's like a Nigerian wrestler.
Apollo Creed, Lego killed him.
Yeah, Apollo Creed, like Rocky, like I think.
The Russian man.
I didn't watch the whole movie, but I'm pretty sure Rocky knocked him out. But
I mean, a number of llamas went out that way when I punched them.
Yeah, about 3/4 of the
Back
way
in
in
the
that
day.
Rocky movie, I turned it off. So. Yeah. What information or conquer? So yes, it is already okay. Like a blah. Would this information cause a rip in the space-time continuum?
I do not know.
Who knows?
Probably
a
not.
rift in the space-time continuum might be an improvement at this point.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mike is talking something about Portuguese being a romance language in Spain or something, but I don't know. I mean, I've never really gone to Spain to romance people, but it seems weird that you would use Portuguese to do that. So I don't really get it.
Maybe he's talking about Brazil. I hear the women down in Brazil are quite a sight, from what I've been told.
When I traveled with Real Nadal, we would go to Brazil to play some football, and they were very, very nice.
Yep.
Treat your women with respect.
Yeah, amazing.
Or they'll make you put a mask on, and then you're going to have to find a new sport.
Right.
The scandal will erupt. And
All
you'll
right,
make the wrong decision.
All right, okay.
And you end up like him.
When you're officially in the LFF, because we know you're going to do pretty well. Because, there's a lot of people who will just vote for you despite that guy.
No, definitely do not do that.
And so my question is, what title in the LFF would you like to go for once you're officially in the LFF?
The title I would love to go after would be the Intergalactic.
Okay.
Kid Thunder is holding it right now. The boss has tried for it. Dick Thunderlips is the general manager. But if I could do Intergalactic, would be one. But if not, it's a tag team with Mass.
Okay.
Failure. Just use the word failure. Everyone will know who you're talking about.
No,
Thank
I will
you
not say
for
failure.
the gift sub again, Ed. Awesome. Oh, Bombada is saying, hey, it's El Campeón de las Failure. I think he's. I don't know. I don't think that's how you spell failure in English or Spanish.
No.
Yeah, Fuller. Fuller? Yeah, definitely. Fuller
Fuller?
isn't a word, man. I mean, the
a
only
human
thing
being.
failure
What,
there
what,
was
what
Oh,
is
perhaps
it?
it's
Is this called a
Portuguese.
swing and a miss?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's in
Swing and a
Portuguese.
miss?
No, maybe it's Portuguese.
Yeah. Yeah, good job there.
Portuguese for failure. If it wasn't before, it is now. I have made the change to the language.
Yep. Yeah. So it's weird to come in and like. I mean, failure. I believe Fala can work.
Let's see.
He's spelling like Schmidt speaks bad Spanish. Well, luckily Schmidt's not on the show.
No.
I mean, like he's too busy getting
He's
ready
preparing
his
for
World Cup-
Dojo.
Well, no, I think
It's
he's
gonna be a massive swing this week. He's gonna win a match.
So I think he's not worried about Dojo Schmidt because he's more worried about winning the title and then next week losing it on the Dojo to Chris Payton.
Oh, that's
when he cashes
true.
in.
No, I don't believe he's
Building
going to do
leader.
that.
Yeah, I think Fala in Spanish or Frasco. There's like different words I think in Spanish for failure, but none of them are what Bombada tried to spell. Whatever word that was.
Swing and a miss.
Well, is Bombada a luchador? He wears like a horse hat mask,
He is not luchador.
and he knows that guy that wears a shark costume.
That is a shock. Shock and luchador are not equivalent.
No.
You sure?
It's not a shark costume. That's an actual shock.
I mean, I remember there was like a Shark Boy who was very much a luchador person.
No, he's a fake luchador. I destroyed him.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen him in a while, so that
That's exactly correct. I destroyed him.
sharks eat llamas.
Yes.
I mean, do llamas go swimming that often?
No.
I don't know.
They do if you throw them far enough.
Well, El Campeon, how far can someone throw you? You're a member of that family.
I've been thrown 30 meters. That is the farthest I've been thrown by Masked and El Señor.
Oh, I could beat that record easily.
All right. So yeah, people pointing out land sharks and candy grams. I think there's a whole cartoon about land sharks.
Land shark.
Yeah.
¿Dónde está el land shark?
Yeah, but
Oh, ese una cerveza. Sí.
English, sir. English. I
Eh,
don't understand what you just said.
Okay. Land shark is a beer.
Yeah, I think there was a whole cartoon in the 90s about. All right. We have a question from Jeff R.
Ooh.
Notorious JEF.
What up? What up? What up? So
When
my
is-
question, it could be for either one, honestly. My question
Well,
is,
Pantheon's the guest.
okay. So my question to you is, if you did have the match with Mil Mascaras, by the way, I knew that was going to be your answer, by the way, because he's one of the absolute greatest, if not the greatest luchador of all time. So kudos to you. In my again though, if you had to have a match with him, right? What kind of match would it be?
Single luchador. It would not be any stipulation. It would just be a one-on-one contest. That's it.
15-minute time limit?
Yeah, we'll go 15, maybe 20 minutes. Yes.
Awesome.
You want to do one of those lucha de apasta where like
No.
you go mask first mask or something?
No, we would not do that. No, I would not do that. I have no ill will towards Mil Mascaras, so there'll be no reason. There'll be no reason for me to have that type of match.
Even he knows that. You can't just call Luchas de la Pristas anytime you want.
No, I'm pretty sure it's like lucha de apasta.
Sure.
Pretty
sure,
sure
sure.
that's the word.
Okay.
That must be what it is. Sure. Whatever.
Definitely the word. I speak Philadelphian, so it's close enough. Some people are saying it should be a Ring of Fire. and pointing out that you're
The
giving no
Masters
love
won't
to
even
El
take
San-
a bump. You think he's going near a ring of fire?
No.
and no love for El Santo tonight. You know how many we've left out?
El Santo is so far superior to Mil Mascaras. I mean, I'm ranking fake luchadors here, but oh my goodness.
All right. So who are your top favorite non-luchador wrestlers?
Ah.
Which I think
Uh,
includes everyone because according to I guess he's the guest host now, because I don't know what happened to Jeremy. Could be anyone.
I am a fan of Chris Jericho, the Lionheart.
Okay.
I am a big fan of Matt Sydal, or as you know, he was Evan Bourne in the WWE. Christopher Daniels, big fan of him. And it would have to be Shawn Michaels, would be my number one person to meet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like Crystal Daniel. I'm a bit more of a fan of Curryman than Christopher Daniels. but
Yeah, Cody Man. Yes.
Curryman's good. He wears a mask, so I think that makes
Yes.
him luchador.
Oh, El Generico.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, he eat babies. That's the only Spanish words I know.
He's
is he like
definitely not a
babies.
luchador, so I guess that fits.
Yeah. I mean,
Tragic what happened to him.
yeah, him being murdered and left in a ditch by some Steen guy was pretty bad.
So bad.
He will forever be. I mean, he said he was going to go to an orphanage, and he's already said he ate babies before. So I guess in some ways that makes Kevin Steen a hero, because if a baby eater goes to an orphanage, he's probably going to eat more babies. So Kevin Steen probably did a good job.
Everything.
All right.
Kevin Steen was the hero the world needed.
Yeah, and we just didn't know it.
Not.
Some people are asking, what about Delirious?
Oh,
Delirious.
Yeah.
He's been delirious this whole time. Haven't
Yeah.
you watched this
Very
episode?
famous luchador, very popular in the early 2000s, a little bit past 2010.
Must have
Active,
missed him.
very active in Ring of Honor for a long
Oh,
time.
I do have a new one I'm starting to enjoy.
Okay.
He's been on your show as a and he's a big fan of Mallory the Destroyer. That is
okay.
Mr. Danhausen.
Oh, Danhausen, yes.
Danhausen, yes.
Yeah. Danhausen is very evil, very nice.
Yes, very evil, very nice.
Very evil, very nice. Yep. Awesome guy.
He has good taste. He might live when Mallory the Destroyer ascends to become a true luchador and kills most of the people who are mocking and degrading her.
Yeah,
Which
really,
is probably you by existing and wearing that mask.
To be fair, as long as you give Danhausen lots of bags of human money, he's a pretty nice guy. He really likes the human money and teeth.
Yes. Teeth.
That's a weird
He
fixation.
does not like the Slurpee though.
No.
I've seen that.
No swearing.
Huh.
So the Italian Bombada is saying nobody likes Mallory the Scaredy Cat, which is very
Very
that's not-
good.
he shouldn't speak.
That's on him. I will not get involved, but he is taking his life into his hands.
He
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's apparently also known as Mallory Hawson, so yeah, he's definitely
Mallory Hausen.
When she
Yes.
has finished the luchador training, she can call herself whatever she likes.
yeah, definitely Bombada is definitely a heel tonight. All right, so we only have a few more minutes left in the show, so if people got some final questions for El Campeon, real questions, not what this crazy guy up here is saying, who I don't think's ever said a word of truth in his life.
Who is he
So-
talking about?
That guy.
I'm looking at the Zoom. You're pointing at the ceiling.
Well, that's fine. You can think that all you want. The
He's
people
pointing at the side of the Campion pointing at the side of the screen. I don't know what these people are doing.
I have been given a video that a Mr. Simon Strauss has posted in the discussion group.
Okay.
It is very interesting, but I will save that for my victory. I will save that for later.
Yeah, people need to go check that out when they can then.
Yes, see, it's actually on the comment group right now. Lucha, you should go look at that. It's a very well done video.
So Italian Bombada would like to know who will win in the next round of the CCC and why is it the Dweeb?
I wish luck to the dweeb. He wished me luck. So I'm looking for a fair fight here. No tricks, just a fair fight.
All right.
I'm not looking for a fair fight. I'm looking for all of you to vote for the other guy. Hashtag whatever the other guy is, and get this El Campeon out of my business.
Ken Fouché would like someone to go check on Jeremy, please.
Yes, can we please pick on
Do
Jeremy?
not do that. Do not wake him up. He's sleeping peacefully.
Evil Ed would like to know: do you accept the challenge, Uberstar?
What challenge?
Here's challenge.
I don't see a challenge. What is going on here? What are you referring to?
Is there a challenge link?
I mean, you would know. I mean, look, you're a time traveler, so you should know what happens in the future or the
See?
past.
Oh, I do.
Oh, Bavada is saying that Jeremy is counting his money because he paid the Uberstar's rent for him.
What?
Apparently,
Wait, what?
Apparently, Bombada paid.
No,
your
no,
rent.
don't pay him rent. Give it to me.
He already did.
Don't pay him rent.
He already did it. It seems like. Wow.
No, don't give him money. If he gets money, then don't do it.
Evil Ed is saying he heard the challenge made earlier.
I appreciate the gesture, but he's a jerk. Don't give him money. He'll buy more cards. God knows what happened then. All right, well, since we are almost finished here, El Campeon, I have been watching you to make sure that you did not break the sacred laws, and you did, but
You let me.
it won't matter. It won't matter because I have already commanded all of these people not to vote for you. And then you'll be forgotten. And there'll be no more El Campeon. And then when I defeat Lama Senior, he'll have to change his name fully. I will make him change his name to Fairly Senior officially and legally. He'll have to get the little document. It'll
Well,
be great.
you know what?
So-
Since we're about
Right.
in an hour
But,
now,
yeah, that's it. That's all I have.
So,
Yes, I
you
will
have
be
any
leaving
final
for
thoughts,
another
El
galaxy
Campeon?
now.
I'm gonna just pick
No.
over Uberstar because no one wants to.
I wish luck to the dweeb in this round of the CCC.
Okay.
I wish nothing but the best for him going forward and his honor, his tradition to stay with.
Well, thank you, folks, for coming onto the show. We really wanted to have a nice, good chat with El Campeon, and then that rude jerk came in, and I can talk tough. He's not here now.
Hmm.
Oh no, I'm always tough.
May I close the show?
Free. Feel free.
Good night, and Lamar for the CCC.